Hey, they're bringing back the live audience for the Emmy Awards this Sunday night, and with Cedric the Entertainer hosting, we are guaranteed to have some fun.
You know Cedric is a good time.
Oh,
and
for sure.
He is actually joining us live on our show. This is such a treat, live from Los Angeles. Good morning, Cedric.
Good morning. What's going on?
We're having a good time.
What's happening?
We're just lucky you're on our show.
Yeah.
This is such a cool thing to have you to preview the Emmy Awards with a live audience. I mean, that's a big deal, right?
It is. I mean, that was one of the appeals for me. Of course, it was an honor to be asked just to host. But one of my first questions was, what's this thing going to be virtual, or are we planning on having an audience?
There you go.
And they're like, definitely having an audience this year. I was like, let's go.
Yeah. I feel really bad for you, Cedric. You had to do a lot of terrible homework with this, with all binge watching all these shows. I mean, this is real investigative stuff you had to do here for hosting this, right?
Yeah, people don't know the levels of sacrifice and time spent, reclined in a chair.
Yes.
Popcorn. Having your favorite drink and popcorn.
Yeah.
Catching up on these shows. Binge watching is a new Olympic sport that I'm going to introduce next year.
Yes, research.
And when it's part of your job and you get time to do it, yeah.
We appreciate the dedication. Yeah, it's all about the dedication with you, Cedric.
Cedric,
Thank you.
We do have to comment on this cool hat you have on.
Yeah.
I do like it. Are you going to wear something like that for the show on Sunday? What are you going to wear?
Well, I definitely going to, I'm going to pull out several hats. My hats, they've taken on a life of their own. They've got a separate dressing room and a rider with champagne and stuff on it. I don't know why hats need champagne, but they are really becoming the divas of my life situation.
They have their own doors,
yeah.
Cedric's hats room.
Well, do you have a separate room for those diamond earrings, too? I like that, too. That looks good.
That's a whole nother thing. Now, let's not even talk about those guys.
That's a vault. That's a safe for that thing. So look, Cedric, we know Sunday's a big night, obviously, but hey, so is Monday, right? Season 4 premiere of The Neighborhood on CBS. We love this show. I'm hearing that there's a possibility that Max Greenfield, of course, who plays your neighbor, I'm hearing that there's a possibility he may be related to you. What's going on with this?
He gets excited. He took one of those, find your history, 23andMe kind of things. And super remotely in the distant, way down, back down the line, he's somewhat almost kind of my cousin.
So it's one of those things where he ran in, his great-great-great-great-great-grandpa ran into your great-great-great-great-grandpa, and they exchanged a note, and they said, excuse me, in the grocery store, or something like that, perhaps. I guess we'll have to find out.
But it leads to, of course, we like to take on social issues. So in that funny setup to us to have an interesting conversation about reparations and, the evening the playing field for everyone. And that's the kind of thing that we'll do on the show all season long.
I like how it really actually sparks a really important conversation, too. So that leaves the viewer with a lot more than just comedy. So we like that, Cedric.
Can we go back to the Emmys, Cedric? What are you kind of expecting? Who's going to win? What's some of your favorite things that you're looking forward to?
This is a great season for television. A lot of my favorites are nominated. Of course, my brother, Anthony Anderson for Black has been nominated. This is 8th nomination. I'm rooting for him, but he's in a category against Ted Lasso, which we all come to love. It's a few other ones, but I love the show Hacks, so I'm kind of leaning toward Gene Smart, and I do think that those kind of shows will be fun. Succession is one of my favorites. I think they're nominated for a few. Would love to see them win. That's the only thing that I'm really biased toward. Other than that, hey, let's have a good time.
Have a good time. You gave me a list of things to binge watch now.
Yes, and Cedric, we got to let you go now because we know you've got to get back to that research, that hardcore data collecting that you've got to get done.
Hardcore.
Yes.
Oh my God, I got to warm up before I watch television. I stretch and really make sure I don't pull a muscle when I'm binge watching.
Yeah.
What do you like to eat when you're watching these shows? Popcorn?
I'm a popcorn fan.
Okay.
I gotta admit it. So my son has been into making it the old school way with the olive oils, the hot oils, the grapeseed oils, and let it get really hot, and then put different seasoning into it. So I like classic, old school.
We're excited that you're excited, Cedric. We're excited to watch here, coming up here this weekend on CBS. Thanks for joining us, Cedric.
All right, appreciate you guys. All right.
We'll see you
Have a great rest of your
Sunday.
day.